Made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. What's good, fight fans? What's good, boxing fam? Shout out to the made men and the made ladies out there. You know what I'm saying? What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy, man. We up in here. Just let me make sure we sounding straight. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, sounding good. Sounding good. Yeah, man. It's a pleasure to be with y'all live from the polar vortex. You know what I'm saying? We out here in DC, man. It's colder than a mug. You know what I mean? I just seen the cat on CNN, right? He had like a cup of hot water and he tossed it up in the air and it turned instantly into snow. Slim, it is cold than a mug out this joint. Man, all I wanted to do was get up in the house, swing past Chipotle, you know what I mean? Get something good to eat and come on in the house. You hear me? Let me ask y'all a question, man. Who out there when you go to Chipotle, right? Y'all crush them for the forks and the napkins. Man, I crushes them for the forks and the napkins. You hear me? Man, a brother won't be washing forks for the next 3 weeks. Man, I be crushing like the whole cup in that joint, man. But it is what it is, man. Y'all know why we here. I know why y'all here, and we here to talk some boxing, man. What's good, man? What has been going on? Lawrence Williams in the building. What's up, fam? Wendell Vaughn in the building. What's up with you, homie? What's going on, man? What's up with you, man? Live from the polar vortex. You dig? Trying to get up here on the late night and talk boxing with y'all. Now, I told y'all on the last live stream that we was going to do one Wednesday, man. My apologies that it's so late, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I'm just happy to be here, and I hope y'all are too, man. Let's get to the sport, man. So we hear word on the curb that Gervonta Tank Davis versus Abner Mares is going to be canceled. The word is that Abner Mares hurt his elbow up in training camp. He hurt it while sparring or whatnot. And damn, Joe, damn, looked like Abner Mares saved himself from a straight ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think, man. I'm going to get into a quote before we get to talking about this. According to Abner Mares, and I quote, "I am not going to sugarcoat this. I'm disappointed and devastated that I injured my right elbow in sparring. Damn, this is something that I haven't had happen to me during my career, and the feeling is just horrible. I will be going to see my doctor about this, and I'm prepared to follow whatever recommendations in rehab that gets me back in the ring. I'm healthy, not afraid of doing the work, and I will be back. This is a temporary setback, so don't count me out." End quote. Damn, Abner Mares, you know what I'm saying? Orlando Finney, what's up, fam? We in the building. Jamal Wright, what's up, man? You know what I mean? But damn, dog. Man, it's messed up, man. We thought everybody was talking about this, and they was like, shit, man, this was the time that we thought Tank was going to get a big event. He was going to get the show out on the West Coast. You know what I mean? Walk up in the Stub Hub, knock Abner Mares' ass all the way out. You know what I mean? Damn, son. It would have been something, man. But I'm going to keep it all the way real, and I'm going to tell y'all straight off the back right now. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I ain't losing no sleep over this. You won't hear me tripping at all whatsoever. I'm like, whoop-de-fucking-do. I'm sorry. A lot of people may not rock with that, but it is what it is. Look here, man. My feelings ain't no secret on how I be feeling about Gervonta Tank Davis. Everything that he's been doing with fighting these little ass fighters. I'm sorry, bro. You dig? Like, I'm from the DMV. You dig? You know, we got major love up in this joint. Whenever we going against other towns, it's always DMV love. But there's some internal politics that people got to understand. I'm from DC. My man Gervonta Tank Davis is from about 45 minutes up the road up in Bmore. You dig? So we look at things a little different internally. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my PG County fam. You dig? They sit right on the DC line. There's parts in the city where you can cross the street and be right in PG County. Real talk. I'm from a neighborhood called Kenilworth. You did on our avenue. If you literally cross the street, you in PG County. So our adopted brothers and sisters out there, we show love. That's why we got love for Gary Russell Jr. And that's why we got love for Jared Swift Hurd. Real shit. But when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, I'm critical. See, y'all got to understand something, man. Y'all got to understand something. I ain't like most of the media out here, where I'm just bigging it up because it's some sort of event and just acting like the facts don't matter. You dig? I'm not like that. I rides with Gervonta Tank Davis, but only to an extent, and allow me to give my reasons for such. You know what I mean? The reason being is this. I was riding high with Tank Davis when he beat Pedraza and he got that IBF title. I was like, oh shit, that's what I'm talking about. Gervonta Tank Davis has arrived. He got that IBF title, though Pedraza, they say at the time, was in the middle of going up in weight, and he took that fight and he came back down in weight, whatever. The fact is, Tank got in there with a world champion, someone his size or bigger, and he got the job done. I couldn't have been more proud of him. You did. I was like, yeah, he representing the way this area needs to be represented. Even when he got in there with Liam Walsh, I was down for that. I was like, he going over to the UK. He's spreading all that name across the UK, building his brand. I'm liking how Mayweather Promotions is moving this cat right now. Then we started to get to the Francisco Fonsecas, and I'm like, all right, it is what it is. He's a world champion. I hear Tevin Farmer. He wants to fight, but yo, this is the Tank is the A side. He's riding with the machine. Let him do his thing. So I was riding. And then we got to another point. Then certain details started to emerge that started to turn me off about Gervonta Tank Davis. And the thing that started to turn me off was when he started to fight the little fighters like Jesus Cuellar. And he brings up Jesus Cuellar from 126. And I'm like, huh? Okay, well, maybe just Cuellar. But then you look deeper and you see that Jesus Cuellar was out of the ring for a year and a half, coming off of a loss against Abner, and he is fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay. All right, well, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And so now Gervonta Tank Davis then loses his title on the scales. He loses his IBF title on the scales because he cannot now make the 130-pound weight. All right. It is what it is. You had Fortuna beating Easter Jr. hands down. Me too, son. Well, I don't say beat him. It was a close fight, but we'll get to that, man. We'll definitely get to talking about Javier Fortuna. But I just want to say, so we get to that point, and now Gervonta Tank Davis is missing weight. I'm like, all right, what the hell? You too big. And then Jesus Cuellar was a small fighter that he fought for a world title. And I was like, what? You did. And what makes that even worse is the fact that you got Alberto Machado, who fought he fought Jezreel Corrales, correct? He fought Jezreel Corrales. Now, what makes this so bad is that Jezreel Corrales was the WBA super champion. Jezreel Corrales gets into a fight with Alberto Machado and he misses weight. So they strip him of the WBA super championship. And then, and I hope I'm not too all over the place with this story, but y'all got to keep in mind, I'm going off the head. He fought him for the WBA super championship. I mean, he lost his WBA super championship on the scales. I'm sorry. So when Alberto Machado then beats Jezreel Corrales, they give him the WBA regular title. So hold on, you know what? Give me a second here, because I know I'm kind of mixing up some things, and I want to make sure I got this right. Because if I remember, because I did videos about this, and I know if I remember my facts just straight, just give me a second here, man. Just give me a second to time, because I don't want to miss the order. I know the order may be a little off. Okay. All right. If I recall correct. All right. Yeah. All right. This is how it went. Gervonta Tank Davis loses his IBF title on the scales against Francisco Fonseca. So I stand corrected. He comes in overweight against Fonseca and he loses his IBF title. Fine. You know what I'm saying? Then he moves on and he fights Jesus Cuellar for the WBA Super Championship because it was vacant. And the reason that it was vacant is that, like I was just telling you, Jezreel Corrales and Alberto Machado was supposed to fight. Jezreel Corrales comes in overweight. He gets stripped of the WBA Super title. So when Alberto Machado defeats Jezreel Corrales, he then wins the WBA regular title. And then Gervonta Tank Davis goes on to face Jesus Cuellar, a fighter that was out of the ring a year and a half, coming from 126 off a loss against Abner. And when he beats him, they give him the WBA Super Championship. So as you see where I'm going here, Alberto Machado thought he was fighting for that WBA super title. The WBA then comes out and says, oh, well, you were fighting for the WBA regular title, man. You wasn't fighting for the WBA super title. And he's like, huh? But they give it to Tank. This is the points that I'm making, dog. Like, it's like after a certain point, it got to a point with me. It's like they hooking the dude up. And I'm like, for what? And then on top of that, now, after you fought Jesus Cuellar for this WBA super title, then they're trying to announce that he fights Abner Martez, another 126-pound fighter. Abner Martez is now hurt. And now they just recently announced that the replacement for Abner Martez is going to be a man by the name of Hugo Ruiz, who is a 126-pound fighter. That's when like it's put a stale taste in my mouth when it comes to this dude. It's like, dog, like why is this cat getting hooked up like this? I don't get it. Oh, man. He deserves it. He's the man at the weight. How? Alberto Machado beat an actual world champion. He should have been the WBA super champion. Tevin Farmer has been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis for months. He's a world champion. That fight don't happen. Vasyl Lomachenko says, I'm trying to stay at the weight and wait for Tank. That fight don't happen. See, this is what y'all got to understand. Tank want to bring up these 126-pound Mexicans to build his name. We know what Mayweather Promotions is doing. They trying to build this kid, right? We remember last year, Tank getting into it with Floyd Mayweather. He's beefing with Floyd, and I was like, well, maybe he beefing with Floyd because Floyd can sometimes be a fuck boy. But then it turns out when I listen to Tank talk, he says, oh, well, when Floyd was fighting, no one rushed his career. So you thought that they were rushing you? Is that what you're telling us? And now I'm sitting back like, hold up, how you think Mayweather Promotions is rushing you, cuz? You decided not to fight Tevin Farmer. You decided not to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. You decided not to fight Alberto Machado. But they rushing you, though. And that's what made me start going, you know what, man? See, I'm a boxing fan. And I call shit the way it's supposed to be called. I don't sit back and just act blindly like a lot of the media do. I don't do that. I call this shit for what it is. And with this shit looking like my main man Lawrence Williams just said, it's still, I thought he said still a stinky bag. He said still stinky leg. But no, this shit is like bullshit, bro. It's like bullshit. Simple and Simon. And I ain't feel that. I'm not feeling this shit. Tank Davis, like Tevin Farmer recently said, dude, you're a 135-pound fighter fighting small fighters. I'm not going to give you no accolades, major accolades for that. Oh, man, he's young. He's young. He deserves to be built. Absolutely. Well, then don't be on social media threatening everybody in boxing, talking about some, oh, well, yeah. You put your hands on me, you'll never box again. Oh, yeah. I'm this and I'm that. You can meet me at this gym. You can meet me at that gym. Don't be talking that shit if you ain't trying to step up. You done been hooked up, cuz. You done been hooked up. I give you the Pedraza fight. I give you the Leon Walsh fight. The Francisco Fonseca, you lost your title, but hell, I'll even give you that. But when you start talking about the Jesus Cuellars of the world, then you won't fight against the other champions at 130, and everybody supposed to go all crazy and shit because you fighting in the StubHub, and it's a big deal because it's Abner fucking Marez. Nah, bruh, I'm going to call it like I see it. And what I see right now is a fighter that's being protected. And I'm being real. I'm being 100. So that's what I'm saying, man. Ever since all of that went down, and he still won't fight Machado. He still won't fight Lomachenko's of the world. He still won't do that. You know what I mean? He won't fight. If you want to pull up a 26 fighter, pull up my main man, Gary Russell, because Gary Russell already put it out there. After I fight Leo Santa Cruz, I'm going for Tank Davis. And then after that, I want Vasyl Lomachenko. Then he out the sport. That's Gary Russell Jr. So if you want to pull up a 126 fighter, cuz, pull up Gary Russell Jr. and see what that do. See what that do. What y'all talking about, man? Bang for buck in the building. What's up, man? His management is trash. And, the thing is that I don't, his management, they the ones that, according to Tank, they were rushing him. So which one is it? Is it they trying to put him in better fights? Because at first I was against his management, like, yo, I don't know what Mayweather Promotions doing. Tank looking to leave for a reason. But then I started to listen to Tank talk. And what Tank was saying was opposite of what I was thinking. You know what I mean? So I don't know, son. Light lit up in the building. What's up, fam? That's not Tank's fault. Blame his representation. Blame his representation. This is the deal, though. And it's like I'm with you there. I am with you there. Blame his representation because Lomachenko fights with Bob Arum. That's one entity. Then Tevin Farmer fights for Eddie Hearn. That fight can't happen. Machado rocking with Golden Boy. That fight can't happen. So it's like, who the fuck can he fight? Who can he fight, son? You know what I mean? Who can he fight? And this kind of messes me up, son. Gamboa too. What you saying? You said Gamboa would too? That's a good one. Everything is being controlled by his representation, and I don't believe he is scared of Tevin Farmer. See, this is the deal, though, with Tevin Farmer, though. Like, Tevin has done everything under the fucking sun. You can blame the DAZN Connect, but before DAZN even came in the picture, Tevin wanted that fight. You know what I mean? Tevin been wanting that fight since day one. And that's what makes me like, dog, like, that man even called up Floyd. Like, Floyd, look, man, I'm trying to get to you. You the man. You can make it all happen. What's good? Floyd played big on him. You can't be talking to me with no shirt on. You can't be talking to me with no shirt on. Like, dog, what? The man trying to fight your fighter. And now he got a strap. But the polished shit gonna prevent that. Jamal Wright, what's up with you? Everybody Crawford went 12 with at small weight class. Spence would demolish them fools. That's if was a fifth, we don't know that. We got to see, man. It's going to be interesting. He fighting a smaller fighter now. But, man, that's my whole deal when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis. You dig? I want to see the dude achieve greatness, and I want to see him do it at his own fucking weight class. So this Abner Martinez fight falling apart. First, I was like, hey, it is what it is. But now to know that he fighting Hugo Ruiz. Hugo Ruiz just fought on the what? The Pacquiao and Bronner undercard he just recently fought. So it's like, and then I look at this dude. I try to look up some tape on this dude, man. Tank gonna destroy this lightweight, man. Tank gonna destroy this featherweight, should I say? Tank gonna destroy this dude. Fucking featherweight, man. Gervonta featherweight Tank, the featherweight beater. You know what I mean? That's all he doing. DGO, what's up, man? What's up with you? Yeah, Russell Jr. will put a beating on Tank, and that's what I mean. Russell calling him. He ain't gonna be able to run but so long because guess what? This area. Dog, we would love to see that fight. And don't let Russell actually start ginning that fight up a little more. It's going to be some pressure on Tank like Slim. That cat up the road from you from Capitol Heights. Oh, he want that work. What's up? Remember, they brought this to Tank in the interview before. Tank was like, oh, well, we ain't no venue in this area big enough. Fuck you think you is, huh? Fuck you think you is. We got venues up here. So stop acting like we don't. We got Verizon Center. You know what I mean? We got well, you say the MGM Grand Center over at the National Harbor ain't big enough. Okay, cool. We got FedEx Field. Don't act like we ain't got spots. We got spots. You know what I mean? Can you fill these spots? That's the question. Linares and Tank. Yeah, man. Linares. I don't know what's up with Linares, man. Linares got to show me he can get back. But Linares can't get low down to this lower weight no more, frankly. He too up. He up at what, 140 now? I don't see him coming back down to 30, man. I don't see that happening. Management is misguided. Wendell Vaughn. Yeah, man. And that's what I'm saying, bro. So that's why I'm like, yo, man, everybody out here is praising this fight like, oh, yeah, because it's Abner Martinez. I get it. Abner Martinez has done this thing throughout his career. 3-division champion. I ain't got nothing too bad to say about Abner Martinez. I think Tank would have beat him. I think Tank would have handled him. Abner Martinez has been through wars, rumors of wars. He's had his fair share of ups, his fair share of downs. He's my type of fighter. I don't got nothing bad to say about Abner Martinez. Only bad thing I do got to say, if you want to call it bad, I've been peeping the social media. And Abner Martinez out here running his mouth, dog. Like, he talking, man, I'm paraphrasing like, yo, because I guess Tank is alluding to the fact that, yo, you scared and you ain't really hurt or whatever like that. So, yo, Abner Martinez out here like, Slim, I'm hurt. Ain't nobody afraid of you. And if you think it's like that, you can see me in the ring, you can see me out the ring, and it makes you go, well, dog, if you so hurt, how you gonna see that man out the ring? I'm just saying though. Gary Russell, like lit up. Gary Russell Jr. is a great fighter and my second favorite current fighter, but I don't see him beating Tank. I don't know, son. I don't know. I think he got Tank. It'll be an interesting fight, but I think he gets him. The only thing that, I mean, it'd be interesting to see Tank in there with such a skillful fighter. Gary is a straight up veteran. He's studied the sport through and through for a number of years. And Tank, of course, is a young buck. Let's see if Tank is ready for that level of skill. That's going to be interesting. Tank can say a word without his nostrils breathing on his. Tank can't say a word without nostrils breathing on his neck. You know what I'm talking about? You must be talking about Leonard Ellaby. No bullshit. Every time Tank open his mouth, Leonard Ellaby is like right there. Oh, no. He can't go to the zone. No, he got to fight right here. We won't tell him when to fight. He can't fight till we tell him when to fight. He can't fight till we tell him when to fight. Nostrils flared all the way up. You hear me? Last of a dying breed. What's up with you? If Spence lose to Mikey, do we ever see Spence versus Crawford? I don't think Spence versus Crawford happening no time soon, son. I don't think that's happening no time soon. Maybe minimum a year and a half. They aging Crawford, man. You know what it is. Franklin Turcos. Tank got crazy talent, but he is being protected. But he can't fight a top guy at last notice either. See, my deal is it ain't got to be a top guy, Franklin. It ain't got to be a top guy. But can it be a 130-pound guy? That's all I'm saying. It ain't got to be a top guy, man. A 130-pound dude would suffice. Especially when I believe that Tank can actually be fighting at 35. You heard what Abner Martez told him. Abner Martez told him, Slim, if you come in overweight, the fight is off. That's a heavy threat. Not no penalty, not finance. He said, you come in overweight, you miss weight on these scales, the fight is off. The fight ain't even happening. That's like, dog, that's putting them to the test. That's let you know something. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. What up, man? Hope you staying warm, bro. Hey, it's freezing out here, DGO. It's not a game. It's dumb cold out this joint, man. I went to Chipotle and got me something to eat real quick. When I brought that shit back in here, man, that shit tastes like cornflakes. It was like all hard and crunchy. The rice was all, I'm like, God, did they cook this shit, bro? It's freezing out here, son. It's not a game. I mean, Slim, that polar vortex shit is real. Real talk, man. It's real. Man, you got Russell in that fight. Yeah, between Russell and Tank, as of today, yes. Because Tank is showing me is a reason why they not putting him on that level. I don't know if it's that. And then it's not like, it's almost like Tank ain't believing in himself. You got to remember, man, this the dude that said that went in on Mayweather and his promoter and all of them cats because of how he felt as though they were moving him too fast. If you feel like, yo, they moving you too fast, nobody ain't there Rush Floyd in his career. You know what I mean? If you feel like they moving you too fast, the skill level of a Gary Russell. See, I believe that Gary Russell can actually put on a couple pounds and compete at 130. He's just that damn good. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel, man. He just that damn good. Martez avoided Rigo, him and Leo. Yeah, he part of the Rigo Duck crew. He part of the Rigo Duck crew. No doubt about it. Leo, oh, don't even get me started on Leo. Leo, Martez, they part of the Rigo Duck crew. No doubt about it in my mind. They ain't want their work back then when they was down at that weight class. They didn't even want it. He didn't even want it. Hope everyone is safe. It's freezing cold. Yeah, man. Hey, if you up in Chicago, god damn, Slim. Hey, y'all going through it right now, man. Yeah, y'all better run outside like every 10 minutes and start your car. Because it's not a game, son. Engine block be frozen. Real talk, man. Like, hey, man, it make me hard to believe in global warming or whatever they be talking about when it's get cold like this. This ain't no joke, son. This is like dumb cold. For real, man. Busted pipes, everything. Everywhere. Real talk. Yeah, man. Frozen Chipotle. No, thank you. Oh, that shit was nasty, son. Man, it was like cornflakes. I ain't even lying to you, man. The sour cream, man, it was all hard and all like ice cream. Bro, I was like, how did that happen? All from when I went from my car to my front door. I got a driveway. So going from the driveway to the front door. You know what I'm saying? Shit got frozen, man. But you know what? God bless the homeless. Real talk, man. I hope the shelters out there, man, putting that work in, man, and not leaving the homeless behind, man. Because, yo, it's not a game, man. For real, man. I hope that everybody finding somewhere warm to be at the night, and it's gonna be like that here for the next few days, man. But yeah, man. But it's like Slim, and that's my whole beef with Gervonta Tank Davis. I ain't saying he can't win me back. I'm not saying that he can't win me. He step it up like I want him to step it up. Fight another champion at 130. Become unified. Stop running away from Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer approaching this cat at fights, walking up to his face like, what's good? Tevin Farmer done chased this man all over the world. I mean, all over the world, bruh. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Ray Bands 805 in the building. What's up? Question for you. Do you think Hugo Ruiz is good? Nah, man. I mean, from what I seen him, for one, he light. And for two, I mean, he ain't fought nobody of note from what I've seen. He won a bunch of secondary titles. I looked up his record. He won a bunch. He has never been a world champion holder. He's won a bunch of lower level titles. I mean, it remains to be seen. It could be fights like this that really introduce you to who this cat really is. I ain't gonna act like I know all about Hugo Ruiz. When I heard his name, I went and looked him up. And from what I seen stylistically from him, I just don't see it, bro. Too much of a slow starter, in my opinion. I think Tank is way too skilled for this dude. I think he gets him out of there within 4 or 5. Plus he's light. He's small. He's a featherweight. You know, I mean, come on, dog. And that's what I'm telling everybody out there. You telling me Tank couldn't find a 130 fighter? Why is this too fucking much to ask? There's a lot of good 130 fighters. Why is this too much to ask for unification, man? And I know what y'all saying is representation. It's the people he working, he fighting for. They not trying to do business. They need to let something happen. Uncle Al, you got to make these fights for Tank, bro. We can't keep seeing him fight a bunch of Spanish Mexicans. Y'all trying to build his name. Floyd behind the scenes probably got something to do with this too. He ain't putting him in there with no prime black fighters. You know what I'm saying? He putting him in there with a lot of dudes he can build his name up. That Liam Walsh fight that he went over to the UK and fought, that's all that was for, man. Come on, son. No one was asking for that fight. Yeah, Tank has a lot of self-doubt that is hindering, man. That's what I'm saying, man. And that's the reason I give Gary Russell Jr. the edge over Tank. Because Slim, Gary's confident as hell, no matter who he's stepping in the ring with. Gary felt like he already done beat Leo Santa Cruz 50 times in his mind. Shit, I done beat him every which way you can. I done knocked him out 20 times. I done beat him going to decision. I done whitewashed him all in Gary Russell Jr.'s head before he stepped into that ring. As for Tank, it's like he'll talk all that talk until fight night. Then it's like, we don't even know if you gonna make weight, blood. You know what I mean? Real talk. Real talk. I'm disappointed, and I'm going to the fight. Damn, Ray Bands, you had to settle for that. You had to settle for your man. What's his name? Hugo Boss Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? Have fun with that. You know what I mean? I know you probably was. I mean, look, for those who was looking forward to the event, and y'all done got y'all tickets, man. It's messed up. But at the end of the day, as far as the fight on his own merits, I'm like, as far as the competitive level, I think he would have beat Martez anyway. And Martez ain't counting himself out. I mean, truth be told, why they ain't just postpone this shit? But I guess, with all the tickets sold, they say the place was sold out. It was ready to go. I guess it was hard to do, right? Real talk. I guess it was really hard to do. Great commentary as usual from Main Man. Hope to catch your next live stream. Y'all be easy. All right, light lit up. I appreciate you stopping past, fam. Real talk. That's fam right there. He part of the Made Man all day. DGO, Tank doesn't look hungry at all. When you are hungry, you stay in shape year long and take everything that comes, especially at that age. He in his prime. I mean, he about to enter his, he ain't quite in his prime, but he getting there. Who is getting this dude ready for the next level? My thing is, I really wish he would have fought Tevin Farmer, man. If he'd have fought Tevin Farmer, Slim, it would have just made me put me maybe in a different mindset with Tank. I still think he beats Tevin. I'm not acting like he's scared of Tevin. I'm just like, why the fuck he ain't fighting Tevin? Is it you not believing in you, or is it them not believing in you? Somebody ain't believing in Tank. Tank ain't a Tank right now. Tank is a goddamn Ford Taurus. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, somebody ain't believing in Tank, and I don't know who it is, but for some reason, they not stepping this man up the way we want to see him stepped up. Yeah, he young. He 24 years old, but within 2 years, this cat will definitely be in his prime, no doubt. But he can put that work in now at that weight class, man, and he can fight fighters his size. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I mean? He can fight fighters his size. He ain't got to fight 126 fighters. So it is, how you Main Man? Fam Ho was in the building. What's up, man? How you, man? It's here. It's here, Toronto, man. Not as cold as Davis. The Tanks. Tank could make 135, even 140 if he tried. We heard he called out Pac. Yeah, that's true. He called here, take that. Yeah, he called out Pac. But that's what Tank do, though, son. Like, he goes in on social media and call out anybody who got to fight. He call him out. Anybody who got to fight. I want to fight Conor McGregor. I want to fight Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I whoop Deontay Wilder. Anybody who got to fight, Tank on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, calling them out. I man, call out everybody. They make a new Creed. I want to fight Creed. Put Creed in the ring. If Creed touch me, he'll never box again. Man want to fight anybody. To put anybody who fighting at the time, son. But he never get in there and fight. That's the sad part. Yeah, I'd be asking for my money back. Yeah. I wonder what the refund process is. If people like, man, what if you got front row tickets? You probably, for anybody out there, if you got front row tickets, and now you got to see Tank versus Hugo. I keep forgetting this guy's name. Hugo Ruiz. If you got to get front row tickets for Hugo Ruiz, damn, that's messed up, bro. Tank be trolling. Low blow champ. What's up, fam? Salute to you too, man. For real. Hey, but you know, I would honestly, if I had it my way and I couldn't get Tank versus Tevin Farmer, and I would honestly like to see Tank versus Alberto Machado, because I truly don't like how they did Alberto Machado. I mean, let's be 100, man. Corrales had the WBA super title. That's exactly the time. He lost that title on the scales and it became vacant. Why didn't the WBA put that title back into that fight? Why did they then put the WBO regular title in that fight and then made Tank fight Quayla for the WBA super title? That shit smells like wrong. You know what I'm saying? It smells like straight up wrong. No doubt about it, man. I think Burchelt beats Tank. That'd be a good fight. Miguel Burchelt and Gervonta Tank, that'd be a hell of a fight. That'd be a hell of a fight. And these are all good fights, man. See, Tank gonna get to a point where he's fighting all of these dude bums, and the second that my man Gary Russell beat Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell gonna be screaming from the rooftops, I want Tank. And it ain't gonna look good. Y'all don't seem to understand this, and y'all may underestimate this, but it will not look good in this area where we from. That if Gary starts to call out Tank, which we see picking up steam more and more and more, and Tank act like he don't hear them calls, then people gonna start talking. Then the streets gonna start talking. You know what I mean? People gonna be like, "Oh, hold up, man! Tank, you talking about the kid from Baltimore? Man, he ducking Gary. He ducking Gary." That's gonna be word around the street. Gonna be word around town. I'm telling you, everywhere I go. Hey, son, you be talking about boxing, right? Yeah, man. What's up with your man Tank? Man, we hit Gary won him. Man, he don't want nothing to do with Gary. That's gonna be all up in this town. I'm telling y'all some real talk, man. Maybe Tank Camp knows something about him that we don't, and that's why they babysitting his career. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, but this is the time that he's supposed to be giving us something to root for. Like, dog, yeah, damn, this dude didn't beat Tevin Farmer, man. Shit, okay, yeah, he ain't want to fight Loma. I even stood with Tank. Okay, he's admitting I'm not ready for Loma, but don't wait till Loma go up and wait. And he had the fight that he had with Pedraza, and then want to turn around and now you want Monday morning quarterback. You can't do that, son. You can't do that. You got to say, Slim, oh, well, you know, you got to give Loma his props, because guess what? Loma stood there and waited for you. Say, man, yeah, I want Tank. And I ain't trying. I stay here and wait at this weight class until I can move up just to get Tank. Tank was like, Lomachenko. Nah, fuck nah. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. And you can't be like that, man. You can't. So just shut your mouth when it comes to Lomachenko. Worry about Tevin Farmer. Eddie trying to throw the bag at you, man. Eddie trying to throw the bag at you. Eddie, but you know, I don't know. Al Heyman and them, man, they not letting nothing happen. I don't understand this shit, bro. I mean, the only word that I can say is the man is protected. That man got the Secret Service around him right now. Al Heyman and them is being Secret Service when it comes to Tank Davis. Floyd Mayweather is the Secret Service when it comes to Tank Davis. That's all I'm saying. Is it the Davis undercards? Pretty good too, you know. Yeah, I mean, maybe you've won. If you got tickets to see that, man, that's gonna probably be, you know, at least you're gonna get to see Tank. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know how much pleasure that's gonna bring. At least you get to see the man. Oh, that's Tank Davis. Oh, he knocked out Hugo Ruiz in 4 rounds. Whatever. He just fought a featherweight. I mean, and that's why, if you notice on this channel, man, I ain't been really covering that fight that much. I do, like I said before, I got respect for Abner Martinez. Win, lose, or draw, balls to the wall. Always had respect for Abner Martinez, and if it is what it is. But as far as Tank is concerned, I need to see him do what a real 130-pound WBA super champion supposed to do. Real talk, man. All right, so we're gonna move on and see if anything else worth talking about, man. Let's talk about this, man. Yo, Sergey Kovalev, what's up with this dude, son? They say your man be hiding in the bushes, out that thing fiending. Hey, what's up with your man Sergey Kovalev, dog? Hunting down the models, going to her house, pinning her down, smacking her dog around, and then on top of that, when she call them boys on him, he don't get low. He don't run back to the crib. He don't do none of that. All right, Franklin, we holler at you, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. He don't do none of that. My man hide in the bushes. She say she woke up in the morning, stepping outside morning, yawning, breath stinking and yawning, eye all closed and all that, nose all busted up. And she look up and she sees Sergey Kovalev in the bushes, chilling with the squirrels and the chipmunks. I'm like, Slim, what's up with your man? Hey, he needs to stop drinking that grocery store vodka. That's all it's about. He ain't going to see, he getting that cheap ass vodka and is messing his mind up, man. I don't know what's up with Sergey Kovalev's, dog. Like, dog, get yourself a bottle of Grey Goose, man, and spend a couple dollars or something. He keep going to the grocery store and getting that cheap vodka, and it's making him lunch out, bro. I don't know what's up, man. I don't know, but I mean, my thing is this: how does ESPN feel putting on Sergey Kovalev and Eliander Alvarez, man? I mean, of course, it was a rematch that we kind of was looking forward to and all that, but dog, like, how can they vouch for this dude? How can they vouch for a dude that went and smacked a woman around, smacked her dog around, and set up in the bushes and woke up in the morning with sticker briars all in his ass? How can ESPN? Hey, P. Newell, what's up with you? It don't seem real, bro. It just seemed like, dog, we talking about Sergey Kovalev for real? Sergey Kovalev, the fuck? It just makes you go like, are we seriously talking about a boxer that in his career has earned millions of dollars? Dog, he off something, bro. It's no way, bro. Everybody I knew that hide in the bushes, they was always off something. You know what I mean? They wasn't just drunk. They was always off something, man. I'm gonna be in your bushes. If I applies for it. Hey, son, he hiding in the bushes, man. Like, what the fuck? I mean, was it cold? We got a polar vortex coming through this joint. So wherever he was at, I wonder what's the polar vortex coming through there. So you telling me my man was in the bushes in the middle of the polar vortex? God damn, man. Sergey Bushes Kovalev, man. This is insane, bro. This is truly insane. So Kathy Duva, sweetie, you got some straight up, well, you got to sell this. You got some marketing to do. Matter of fact, if this story ring true, they say the lady suing him for $3 million, right? So she going for the bag. Then on top of that, he got the charges coming against him. Kathy, cash his ass out. Cash his ass out and get rid of Sergey Kovalev. Eliander Alvarez gonna whoop his ass. Sergey got to be distracted right now. He got to be sitting back in training camp like, damn, everybody know that I was sitting in the bushes. Everybody knows that, oh man, that I went to this girl and smacked her dog around. It is. So it is what it is, man. Speaking of vodka, dude is Russian. Yeah, I know, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, my man was fucking with the grocery store vodka, man. He got his vodka straight out of the 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he was drinking. Sergey need to cut it out, man. You know, man, ever since that Andre Ward situation, man, Sergey ain't been right since. What the hell has Sergey done? What the hell did Andre Ward do to Sergey Kovalev, man? Dog, you can win some and lose some. You don't have to lose and then turn into a straight up lunchbox. You don't have to be that way, man. But Sergey Kovalev, man, hiding in the bushes. Good luck with your case. I feel like now you are way too distracted to get in there with Alvarez because everybody going to be talking about you hiding in the damn bushes. You know, maybe it's false. These are all allegations. Let me put that out there for the sake of YouTube. These all can be allegations. She could be lying her ass off. Sergey Kovalev probably never hid in her bushes. But that's a hell of a story to make up. And ESPN, that's during the fight, going to have to explain this. They're going to have to be on their broadcast saying, look, man, we stand by Sergey Kovalev through all of his allegations, him hiding in the bushes, you know, him doing that, him smacking the dog. Like they're going to have to bring this up. Like these are all just allegations. We do not know if Sergey Kovalev was hiding in them bushes. Stephen A. Smith. Well, you know, I don't know if Sergey Kovalev was hiding in the bushes. Whatever the fuck, bruh. He out there bad, bruh. All right, we moving right along, man. More boxing talk. Word on the curb is that Bob Arum has basically came out and said that he prevented the Manny Pacquiao versus Terrence Bud Crawford fight. My thing is, like, is that a secret? Why is that a secret? I mean, I never denied that one bit. Now, the reasons, you could take your guess at the reason that Bob Arum may have stepped in there between Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao back in the day, but let's not act like that was some sort of fucking secret. If I had to interpret it, I would say that the reason that Bob Arum did not happen with that fight, and some people are saying that, you know, maybe it's because they couldn't raise the money. I truly think that at that time, Bob was still riding Manny's wave. Bob was still riding Manny. He still needed to get as much money as he could away from off of Manny Pacquiao's back. And putting him in there with Terrence Bud Crawford was risky as hell. It was risky as hell. Not to mention it, why wouldn't it? It would have been hard to pay Pacquiao that money because Terrence Crawford, you know, he's not this overly marketable dude. Hell of a fighter. Awesome fighter. But when it comes to marketing, you know, Terrence Crawford is like, ain't the best person that market a fight. Neither is Manny Pacquiao. But the fact is, I truly think that at that time, he was riding Manny Pacquiao's popularity. But the deal is that Terrence Crawford didn't really help the situation much because he was so complacent. I even remember covering this in previous videos. And I remember putting the quotes of Terrence Crawford out there. Terrence Crawford was on some damn if he do, damn if he don't. Terrence Crawford was on some, you know, I don't need Manny Pacquiao and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't putting his foot on the gas. Like, man, Pacquiao ducking me. Man, I want that work. What's up, Pac? Pulling up at his fights, sitting ringside. That wasn't Terrence Crawford. And it never really is. Unless it's called Earl Spence Jr. But we ain't going to go there. But it's just the fact that Terrence Crawford was kind of complacent. And, of course, like, Bob is sitting back like, you know, I got to keep Manny going for right now because I got to use his name. The same way he tried to use Manny's name when he tried to put him in there with who was he trying to put him in there with? Mike Alvarado or somebody trying to put him on the undercard of Jeff Horn and Terrence Bud Crawford. They was trying to use Manny's name to sell pay-per-views. It was almost that same formula. And he did not want to mess Manny's name up too much at that time. He just did. That's when Manny was still kind of semi-hot. He wasn't moving major units, but he still was kind of hot enough to move some good units. You know what I mean? Yeah, Crawford too chill. Yeah, low blow chain. He real chill. He real chill against everybody except Spence. When he pulled up on Spence, that was the most animated I think I've ever seen Terrence Crawford. Talk about how to sell a fight. That's how you sell a fucking fight. You pull up. You know what I mean? And he pulled up, man. He pulled up, man. Wow, and ESPN were behind him, and you know that coon Stephen A. Smith going to make that Russian look good. Yeah, man, they gonna feel dumb as shit, P-Nul. They gonna feel dumb as shit if this all come out to be true, and this dude get time and the whole nine get kicked out of boxing. They gonna be looking dumb. Damn, we was just talking about this dude. Let's never mention Sergey Kovalev name again. Never mention his name again. Let's just forget about it. Move on. That's gonna be the whole ESPN crew, son. They gonna look dumb. They better rescind. They better cancel that fight, man. I mean, real shit. If this shit true, I don't know. Keep it real. Pac-Man has a name, and he has a name, and that's what I think that Bob Arum wanted to keep intact more than anything. But I don't understand why people acting like it was a secret. I don't understand why people acting like they didn't know this. I mean, we knew this. We knew this what Bob Arum was doing. Mr. In-house king of the in-house fights. He was doing this shit, and he had at the time he was running low on stars, and Manny just happened to be one of them, the biggest one. You think he was going to ruin that? And at the time, people wasn't super high on Lomachenko, and people wasn't, Terrence Crawford was still kind of that was his cash cow. He wasn't trying to ruin that shit. And so I thought it was like general knowledge. I don't understand how people acting like, oh, this is a surprise. Now, I will say this. Bob Arum's excuse, I think, is bullshit. Oh, I didn't want Turns to damage Manny. Now, he only saying that because Manny over at PBC. Let's just keep it a buck. That's the only reason he's saying that. He's saying that because Manny over at the PBC, now, of course, he got to hype up Turns. I mean, that's Bob. He old school promoter. Y'all know how I go. You know what I mean? So it is what it is with that. But, of course, the only reason he Impact now, Turns would have damaged him. Back then, it would have been a good fight. If you seen the fights that Turns gave us with Gamboa and shit like that, like, that could have been a good fight, bro. Especially that was Pac younger. Man, that would have been a good fight. I ain't saying Turns couldn't have got him. But I'm just saying it would have been a good fight. It still would be a good fight today. But that would have really been a good fight back then. You know what I mean? So Bob knew what he was doing, man. This shit to me was always like general knowledge, man. I mean, Bob need to sit his ass down like we ain't know. Oh, okay, all right, Bob. Yeah, all right. Like we ain't knew that. Dude, we knew that. We knew you was blocking that fight for how long? But we don't believe that reason you talking about. And that's just being a buck with you. You know what I mean? Keep it real. Yeah, I already said Pac-Man has a name. Yeah, man. Yeah, Pac got a name, man. So, this is interesting to see where Pac-Man going to go in this next situation. Is it going to be Keith one-time Thurman? Is it going to be the winner of Mikey versus Spence? We don't know. Senator Pacquiao got the world at his feet right now. He do what the fuck he want. You know what I mean? So we don't know, man. We don't know. A lot of people are betting on it's going to be Keith Thurman, though. So I'm saying Danny Garcia. Man, we don't know. Everybody guessing. No one knows. And it's good to see Pacquiao at this age, 40 years old, still got these options. Still got the whole division looking at him. Where Pacquiao going to go? What is he going to do? What did he say? Did he come out with an interview last night? People waking up in the morning. Hey, Google Pacquiao name. See if there's a new article out on Pacquiao. See if he decided where he going to go. This man is 40 years old. Damn. Y'all young bucks better learn, man. Y'all young bucks better learn. And that formula don't change. Just fight the best. Pacquiao fought the best that was out there at the time through the years. You take that same blueprint and you can be that. That's what I don't get, bro. It ain't that hard to do, man. Ain't that hard to do. Canelo and Jacobs, man. I heard Jacobs got a big bag for this joint, man. Oh, before we talk about that, Eddie Hearn. I heard Eddie Hearn then got so wrong visa, man. Another addition to the Matchroom or the Zone stable or whatever. I think that's a good pickup. I mean, so wrong visa, that's the Chocolatito killer. You dig? He turned Chocolatito into Swiss Miss. Need I repeat that? He turned Chocolatito into Swiss Miss. So good signing, Eddie. That's what I'm talking about. Good signing. About time your ass did something, right? Why Tank fight canceled? Nup K, Krupp K, because Abner has got injured elbow. He injured his elbow in sparring, and so he said he can't perform. He said he got to go get the doctor to look at it, and he said he can't perform. So we got a last minute step in Hugo Ruiz. Good luck looking up some footage on him, and that's going to be the last minute step on. So the date still goes on. The event still goes on. Just Abner Martinez is out. So I don't know. You caught that, man. Yeah, when is this bug Arum ever going to retire, man? Man, Arum good for the sport, man. Arum is good for the sport. We're all friends. We're all fraternity brothers. Love is love and all of the above. Arum is good for the sport. That's a legendary dude. Just, I just think that, I don't know. I mean, look what Arum did. He got Terrence Crawford a hell of a deal, dog. To not Lord that the PBC bring him onto that side. Ain't many people that could have did what Bob Arum did with Terrence Crawford. This man getting the minimum $3 million a fight, no matter who he fight. And it's Bob Arum who can make moves like that happen, man. So Bob still got juice. Man. I still like Bob, man. I got my beefs over the years with Bob, and I got little issues with Bob here and there. But at the end of the day, you can't say Bob doesn't. He got the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world, 2 top 5 pound for pound fighters in the world, and Vasyl Lomachenko, and as well as Terrence Crawford. I think he's moving Vasyl Lomachenko honestly pretty good. Now Terrence Crawford, it remains to be seen how he do him at welterweight, but he got it Terrence not only to a nice deal, but he got it his ass to become number 1 pound for pound and undisputed. I ain't see nobody over at PBC get undisputed. I ain't see nobody at PBC barely get unified. You know what I mean? So come on. I mean, got to give Bob credit for that. And that's just keeping it 100. Will Mikey say his hand hurt before the fight? I hope not, man. Mikey getting snacks. Nah, hell nah, Slim. Mikey is taking them snacks. Mikey hand never hurts. Hey, his hand never hurts. You know what I mean? He got the good snacks. Arum is immortal. I think he will live forever. Yeah, man. You know, Bob Arum was in that movie Cocoon, man. Like Arum been looking the same for the last 5 years, man. And he hit the weed. You know, y'all know Arum often be hitting the weed. He vouches heavy for the weed. Man, that is the secret. That is the secret, ladies and gentlemen. It is the herb that guides us. Bob Arum is a major weed head. Y'all better stop. Man, y'all me acting like Bob ain't be smacked. Man, Bobby, and they be asking Bob questions. Bob eyes be low as hell. My man, Bob eyes be super low. Man, Bob be messing with that greenery. Y'all, and he's vouched for it several times. It is the greenery, my friend. It is the greenery that sustains Bob Arum. And I'm just keeping it real with you, man. Hey, we having fun, man. DGO. Crawford called out his critical. Did you see that? Called out his critics. Did you see that? Well, he should. See, a lot of people give Crawford a bad time because he don't talk to the media. And he don't talk to you. He don't talk to me. Man, look, I like Crawford. Man, he takes to his own social media. He like, fuck y'all, got to talk to y'all for. And anything y'all need to ask me, the fans can ask me directly. You know what I mean? I like that, man. You know, I like that. I like the fact that Terrence Crawford, you know, he don't want people putting words in his mouth. He tells you exactly what he feels. If you got a question for Terrence, all you got to do is go on his social media when he live and ask him. That's how he prefer to engage that way. He don't prefer to put the media as the middleman. And I know how the media feel about that. He don't give his fans. He give his fans major love. I don't know where people be getting that bullshit from. Oh, he don't show his fans love. Go to his social medias, man. He prefer to conduct himself directly with the fans. There's a difference from what I see. The man got a YouTube channel. I was just found this out recently. Shout out to the homie Black Horseman Promotions. The man got a YouTube channel. I didn't even know that shit. I was like, damn. He prefer to operate like that, man. And maybe it would help him more on a marketing standpoint, but he already got the bag. He's guaranteed $3 million a fight and then some. He already got the bag. Now he can just connect to the fans himself, man. And that's being honest, man. So I got much love for Terrence Bud Crawford, man. But yeah, man, we're going to get ready to wrap this up. I didn't want to be on here too long tonight. I just really wanted to get into this Tank situation. Thing is, man, for as a wrap up, man, as a recap of whatnot, Gervonta Tank Davis, Abner Martinez ain't happening. I'm sure y'all didn't heard it. Everybody and their mamas done talked about it. You know what I mean? And of course, we getting the last minute stand on by Hugo Boss Ruiz, another featherweight. Something I ain't too proud of. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I would love to see a Alberto Machado versus Gervonta Tank Davis fight. I would love to see a Tevin Farmer versus Tank Davis fight. I would love to see a Gary Russell Jr. versus Gervonta Tank Davis fight, but who knows? I'll just keep wishing upon the star. You know what I mean? I'll just keep wishing upon the star. For those of you who bought tickets for this, have fun, bro. Have fun. Maybe the event will still be all good. Who knows? Maybe Abner will be ringside. Maybe he'll pop in that joint. Like, yo, Tank was good. You know what I mean? Because I seen how they mouthing off on social media. He might pop in there just to give y'all some fireworks or something. I don't know. But I hope they don't postpone it this time, but then try to put it on again next time, dog. Like, this moment is past. Move on. This moment is past. Move on. You know what I mean? Move on. And, and I'm going to leave it at that, man. But it is what it is. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hugo Ruiz. Whatever the fuck. To the next video, Main Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Main Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man. Shout out to the boxing fam. Shout out to the made men and women out there, man. I appreciate the love. DGO, Crawford and Jacobs are the best fighters in America. Hey, that's my opinion, man. In my opinion, I think Crawford is definitely number one pound for pound. Jacobs, he got his hands full right now, cousin. He got his hands full. Him and Canelo, Slim, that's going to be one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight. If Jacobs is as good as you say he is, if he's the best fighter in America, he has to go through a dude named Canelo Alvarez. Saturday night after the fight, I'm on all day. Pino. Expect me here post-fight after the Gervonta. That's next week. But this weekend, after this weekend's lineup of fights, you know, I'm doing post fights, man. We're gonna be live. I'll be in front of the camera. We're gonna be turned up as always. Appreciate the love. I'll be shooting out some videos that I've been working on. So keep a third eye open for that for the boy. You know what I mean? Enjoy the polar vortex. Stay warm out there. Stay the fuck away from Chipotle because that shit will freeze by the time you make it to your front door. To the next video. Peace out.